Education 1300 is based on the concept of learning frameworks called academic strategies for learning frameworks. And we teach what students need to know to be successful.
We start by sort of building a firm foundation of self. Who are you, and what is the theory of learning? How does your brain work? What do we know about the way the brain learns information?
Our goal is to teach students learning strategies, probably what I would call the hard skills. Note-taking strategies, different note-taking strategies, when to apply them, how to read efficiently. But beyond that, we also start to dig into more of the soft skills, how to be more responsible for one's learning, time management, but really how to apply that, the goal setting, and just in general, students learn about themselves.
You're going to learn all these things about yourself, where your strengths are, and then you may also identify some areas that you may need to work on some things. But then we're going to give you the strategies. We're going to teach you the things that you need to know so you can improve some of those weaknesses and turn them into strengths.
We kind of fold that into thinking about how all of that applies to, okay, well now what do you want? What do you want to do? What do you want your career to be? And how does that look, in your life? And how can we help you get to that place? How can you be successful in what it is you're wanting to do?
Everything they're doing today is absolutely related to everything else they're doing, and it's related to their career after. And I think that's the most critical part of this puzzle, is that I think in higher ed it is easy to see every course as a separate piece of the puzzle. The reality is it works together. We want students to see those connections. We want to empower them. The more confident they are, that will also flourish in their other classes. And then in the end, I think it really helps those faculty.
We support faculty all across campus, whether you're in the technical arts division or you're over in the biology department. Wherever you are, EDUC 1300 supports faculty because we want to take time to talk about things and show things and model things and be able to give students tools that there's just not time for in other courses. We have time to do those things, and we can see that all faculty struggle with the same kinds of issues usually. They're not unique to one classroom or another. So we can take time to hopefully help equip students in a way that gives them tools for any class.
We address those very strategies to help them be successful in every class and see that they are responsible for their own success.
We like to be the place where we can help them learn those things and support faculty in a way that gives them a better student.
I have a little note that's posted on my bulletin board in my office from a student I had about 4 semesters ago. And he said, I just want to thank you for all the things you taught me. He said, I'm at Texas Tech now. And he said, after your class, I would call my mother and tell her what I had learned that day. And he said, my mother was so excited. And she was just thrilled about the things I was learning. And he said, I think about how difficult Texas Tech could have been, but now that I know the things that I learned in this course, I'm doing great here. He said, I would have had trouble with these courses if it had not been for your class.
That I had a student that had not been in the classroom in pretty much over 20 years, and he admitted that he was terrified to be back because so much had changed since he had come back, including online classes, and that really his advisor had suggested he take the EDUC course because he would learn those skills to be successful in a classroom. And he said it was one of the best classes he had ever taken. The study strategies helped him so much. He was saying, why didn't I learn this 20 years ago? And he remarked that he felt every student really should be required to take this class because it would just get them on the path for success.
So my professor asked me, would I recommend academic strategies to other students as someone who is taking the course? And I said yes, I would recommend it to high school students and to new college students. And the reason is because I feel like in school we're taught that it's the teacher's responsibility to be in charge and to give us our education, but in truth, it's our job, and it's our job to take charge of our own education. And so what Academic Strategies does is it teaches you how to manage your time, and it teaches you how to study, and it shows you how to take charge of your education.
I really enjoyed taking this class because I was able to learn how to be introspective and really think about how my learning processes work. And for me, I learned to be a creator rather than a victim, despite the circumstances that I might be in for that semester. And South Plains College has provided a foundation for me to go off into a four-year college like Tech, or finish with a 2-year degree and pursue a career. So South Plains has been really great, and so has Academic Strategies.
A couple of students who have come in with a bit of a frustration, right? They've struggled, they've thought, yeah, I've done this before. Like, I've been in a probationary class where you're gonna help me be better, you know, and they come in with kind of this wall, like, oh, I dare you to teach me anything. And sort of softening that by the time the semester ends, because they realize that this class is absolutely designed to help in every way, to help them better, to help change their mindset and, you know, form some really solid ideas about what it means to be successful, and then how to do that.
You're going to learn so many things that will just apply to every aspect of your life. It will enrich every area of your experience.
My goal is for the student to leave the class a better version of themselves as a student, a human being, and a professional. And I tell them that from the beginning because I believe that we could all use a little time to be introspective and think about ourselves, you know, what we're doing and what we want and where we're going, and put some thought behind that and spend some time, you know, looking at that and learning more about that. So I think every student can benefit from the class in that way.